Woo!
Dectilon's not going to let me resume. He wants to see me go from the top and apply
Yes.
skills
But
that I
that's...
allegedly have.
I keep telling you, why don't you believe me?
Unit 87.
Well,
Take off.
I don't know. It's hard. I lack confidence. But at least I remember vaguely about this game that you've been playing for months, and we've been meaning to play for months, that you can like hold down the button and it shoots.
Yeah, that was an improvement, yes.
This first stage is a nice rest now, because I don't have to worry about holding. I don't have to worry about wearing out my wrist on this first easy stuff.
Yeah, I was kind of impressed that you managed to like keep the bullet stream steady, even though you weren't holding down the button.
Well, the game talks about, 80s game standards, and that's when I learned.
That's a little bit too 80s. That's like Grady's 1.
You would know better than I would, because
Yeah.
I've demonstrated my knowledge of how to survive in space,
Missile!
top to bottom.
Oh, I guess you could do that too, but... I mean, if you think it's too cramped in there, and you really want to get the extra life, and you do, then you can just missile and get rid of all the rocks.
That would have worked. I need to collect more yellow speed boost.
The yellow thing is actually a special weapon.
Oh.
The blue one is speed boost.
Oh. Well, think about how many times I died to this thing before I got to it. Maybe I don't need any upgrades at all. Maybe I'm just already great.
You're very zen.
You must keep your mind open to all of the possibilities.
He must keep
Possibility
his
of not
tentacles
being
open
killed
to
as
more
well.
shots. So
Sorry?
He must keep his tentacles open to more shots, so he can die faster.
What you have to imagine is that this is just his way of sweeping the Zen rock garden of space. Because that's what we saw
And
before.
he is the rock garden of space.
Yes, the rock gardener. Well, that was okay. That was fine.
Now the rock gardener comes later.
Yeah. I'm not getting all the way to the end. I know you're a good coach, but it's time to save. Hold on 1 second here, and I gotta do a thing. Not that. Yes.
We're back to the
2007. Alright. Now
I
to
remember
Waterloo. It begins.
Now, do you remember what I told you last time we tried to record?
No.
I
I remember don't stay all the way towards the back. That's a thing.
That is not a thing. That is generally a bad idea.
Yes. I mean, your advice is a thing. I acknowledge its existence and
In
your
space-time.
exuberance and urgency in telling me that advice.
Yeah.
It's, if you can't do it, give up. And move forward and don't worry.
That was one of the things. Also, don't destroy civilian buildings. You want those extra lives.
How do we know that they're civilians? Maybe it's like an empire that we also... maybe, it's a human colony, but it would more broadly destroy myself. The empire. I still haven't learned to say words while space traveling, so... bear with me. I'm gonna die if I collect him.
Like, you don't need to, like, look over every time you say something. I'm not actually there.
Looking wistfully in your direction as if to say, please help, please take the controls. Where is the autopilot? I haven't found it yet.
Yeah, there should be one, shouldn't there?
I think it's you. I think you would... That's why you're here, right? I have points.
Right. Yeah, I think what I said on the recording that we lost...
Yes, the hour-long recording where I actually beat levels and stuff. Go on.
Yeah. I think I said something to the extent of try to stay in the middle unless you have some tactical advantage of not doing so, or if you know specifically what's coming.
Right.
Watch the enemies firing things more than you watch your own ship, unless you're navigating difficult terrain.
Yes. So my own ship is sort of the afterthought, the enemies, and knowing their position is key. And I should just have faith that the land won't jump up and gobble me.
Yeah. The only time you really want to watch your own ship is, one, like if you just don't have the space to just drive out of the way of bullets. So, like, you have to dodge through a rain of bullets.
Totally forgot about those. Until you have to dodge through a rain of bullets. Yes, that's when you should look.
Then you start watching your own ship.
Gotcha.
Also, if there are enemies that fire shots that are very fast, then you watch them and the shots they fire and their path towards your ship.
I only have 2 eyeballs, dude. What the fuck?
No, No. What I'm saying is
that maneuver is going to cause something that an ophthalmologist is going to have to rectify later.
With a wrench. No. What I mean is, if there are enemies that fire fast shots, you watch for them to fire, and when they do fire, you watch their shots as they go towards you, because they're usually not targeted.
Yes.
So you just watch them and see at the very end, like right before they reach you, you see, are they going to hit me? And if so, you move a tiny bit, and if not, just stay there.
So, as you get closer to completion of your death, then dodge, but before then, don't freak.
Don't just take it easy.
Don't shift your eyes over to there until you see a bullet directly in front of your video game eyes.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Also, I think the other thing I was talking about when you went through this section was, if you know something is coming, then you can take care of it before it becomes a threat.
Yes.
And that applies, for example, to those jumping squids.
Yes.
Like if you can kill them before they get to a point on screen where you will have to contend with more than just the squid, then just try to avoid them. But if you can kill them on the first time they jump up, then you should do so. Right. So it's like, if you have time to remember that, oh yeah, there's a squid down there, then you kill it. And if not, then you just kind of ignore it, because it'll be more dangerous.
So use knowledge of the stage to maximum effect.
Yes. That was fancy until you drove into the ground.
That's just what my driver instructor told me. Like, how did you drive a car into the ground? I'm very confused.
Well...
And I just had to say, well, Dectilon taught me, and didn't teach me well. Which is not his fault, because I have a head made of solid concrete.
We're back to that, are we?
I don't remember that, so I assume we couldn't be going back to that, what with my memory.
I just remember you saying that a few times when we were playing Mega Man. Something about brains and concrete. Maybe you said you were going to bash my head into the concrete for making you play ROM hacks, but I don't think it was.
That sounds like something I'd say. Amidst the screams and general grousing.
Figgle, terribly violent LPer.
Let him
everyone
win, or
fears.
He's gonna get you.
And not at all the nicest person in LP.
Well, I think, Rar in his video described your niceness pretty well. It's like aggressively nice. I have to do what this man says. He's just such a nice guy. I have to take a bullet for him because that's just what is demanded.
I can't believe I'm the only persistent person.
Well, does what I'm doing count as persistence? I know it's not like persistence in like getting people to record videos, but it's persistence in the sense of like I haven't hucked my computer into the river.
Well, you know, it's a start.
Give it time.
The alternative is what I would refer to as an end. So let's hope it doesn't come to that. Also, it's worth noting that you got to the end of the level that time, even though you game over now.
Yep.
Also,
That,
you should stop switching paths.
Well, yeah. That's obvious. Like, only a moron would be switching paths over and over again.
No,
It
like
says select the appropriate route and equipment, you idiot.
no, well,
I
the
fucking
first
want to
time
be
you would-
completed. Sign the game.
I remember you got that same message for the video you edited.
Yeah, it was the
I don't
very
have
first message
I
I
don't
got.
have a
in the-
choice of route and equipment.
In the first stage where I died,
Yeah.
pathetically.
That was great.
In the great space wars of the future, I am America's last hope. By which I mean America has no remaining hope. Hope equals 0. Sorry, America.
The hope meter is reading 0. What do we do? Well, you answered your own question.
We have to refuel at the local hope station.
What would that
Sorry.
be exactly?
I don't know. I imagine that's the kind of end of rainbow thing that doesn't really exist except in fairy tales.
Drugstore, maybe?
Maybe that could work.
Some antidepressants?
I see where you're going with that. A point for cleverness.
Thank you. I rarely get those.
This is. How about that? Got my doubles.
Yeah.
Completely.
And you still have your shield, so you're pretty much home.
Yes, my completely haphazard flight pattern has not destroyed me yet.
Well, it can't have been completely haphazard, because then you would not have a shield and you would, in fact, be dead.
I kind of imagine that this is the kind of flight pattern that somebody who is having a seizure would do as they're just gripping the joystick, holding on for dear life. Ah!
Well, if they did have a seizure, they wouldn't really have a choice. Also, why aren't you getting the red ones? You're fully stocked up on green ones.
I just had that same thought and criticism.
What the fuck, me?
There. Take
All
that,
right.
little donuts.
Donuts are bad for you.
Yeah. They cause caverns. That's what they do. Trust me. This is okay. There was no need to do any of that. But okay. That bullet is coming right from my butt. Okay.
Well, you have the right to fire. If it's coming straight for you.
That's right. That's right. It's my predilection. It's my God-given rights to shoot shit that's in my way.
Yes.
It is my only way of interacting with the world.
Yeah, that's why I can't get any friends. Like every time someone walks towards me to say hello, they're coming straight for me!
You dodge the sound waves of their words and blast them.
Yes. Oh, they were coming straight for me.
Yeah, they were coming straight
Alright.
for me with that hello missile.
I had a right to shoot them.
Okay. Doing good.
I hope you realize you didn't actually die. You have a shield and you're at the
Sorry, I
boss
just
now,
got so relaxed at that point. Rigor mortis was practically setting in. Oh, right, I remember
And-
now.
yeah.
We went over this. It's like, don't do exactly what just happened.
I
Got
shouldn't
it.
have said anything.
I didn't
you
tell
would have
you
just
how to
plodded
do
along,
that.
beaten the whole game on one life, and just gotten to the end like, well, you want to start playing? Oh, seems like you remember my earlier advice, kind of.
Yep. Oh, right.
Nope,
You
until
can't go
right
down when there's a shot in the down region. Because then you just run into the shot.
Well, you go further down.
It's too late for me now. Alright. Sorry about your head there, buddy. It's just in the way.
Also, you probably should have used your missiles while you still have them.
I am aware of that, painfully so, currently.
Currently, I am peeing my pants.
Currently, I am filled with regrets and shame. Hey, this... Oh, right, this is where it starts spitting out little orbs of sad robot blood.
You're still being shot at now.
I see.
You're not playing in... Are you playing in windowed mode?
Well, yeah, so that I can actually get a frame rate above... See? When you ask questions that bring me shame, this is what happens.
I was just wondering, because you weren't dodging the tiny bullets, and there's usually a reason for that. Just letting them... Like, you're not playing Toho here. You don't get a border bonus.
Well, I thought you told me, like, don't dodge until it's imminent.
Well, you know, I didn't mean, like, until you see the whites of the bullet's
You didn't
eyes.
mean until you're about to die?
Yeah. Like, yes, your actual hittable point is smaller than your ship, but you don't need to explore that much in this game.
Well, I'm collecting
It's not bullet hell.
information. It's a mission for knowledge. It's Journey to the Center of Hydorah, right? What? Okay.
Good. Well, something like that, but not... You shouldn't actually...
I haven't seen enough of this game to know what a plot is. Ah!
Now
Impossible!
you dodged up again.
Did I collect an extra life that somehow was prolonging the inevitable?
Yes.
Oh, gracious. Okay. Remain focused.
But, you know, first you take the stage, and then you take the boss, and then you take the next stage.
Take the nap that I thought I was going to get, but then you said, wait, there's a boss. I'm so very tired.
There's always a boss. I can tell you that much.
What, you can't
There's
just
always
fly,
boss.
like, through space? Like, when you go on the, you know, train or whatever in Sweden, is there always a boss at the end of the train line?
You, like, even if you have a ticket, you have to actually fight the guy who checks it.
Wow.
And he usually has, like, at least two forms.
That's impressive. You know, our conductors here don't really work as hard, I guess. Oh well. I remembered to dodge, and then I decided to dodge both simultaneously, left and right.
Game over.
I stalled.
Well, if you can get back there, you can unload with missiles if you have any, and that should make it go easier, I think.
Let's try it.
Man, I'm trying to understand why your frame rate would be bad. I don't think your computer can't be that bad.
It was invented by Egyptians. It runs on hieroglyphics, and the interpretation of, like, the cat heads and things like that is quite complicated.
So it's like...
It's Bronze Age computing is what it is.
It's punch cards, but made out of stone.
Yes. Exactly.
That's pretty awesome.
And the conveyor belt can only go so quickly. Or the hundreds of slaves can only go so quickly. Building the pyramid of processing.
You need to overclock that shit. And get a slave driver.
Not like slave driver.
You're just now reading a book about slavery. Very interesting.
Oh. Is that like a metaphor for me playing this game for you?
No, I'm actually reading a book about slavery.
Oh, that was too
And,
early.
yeah.
Here, have a second dose.
I hate you.
Take your medicine!
No!
No, it tastes bitter. Well,
That
Sorry.
missile was a bitter pill to swallow.
Yes. Whites.
Don't eat missiles.
Uh,
Is the lesson here.
okay. Alright, I'm collecting a bunch of
almost
red.
maxed out now.
Sweet.
I'm just testing a theory. Don't mind me.
Like, now that he's maxed out, he will send extra guys.
No. It's just that normally, I think every other time I said like, wow, you're doing well. Boom.
Maybe boom for them. This time.
You're not getting... Oh, you are. You should have time still to get it.
Yes, that was.
You're gonna have to hurry.
Motivation.
You're gonna have to hurry. Oh. Maybe it's that I can't see the entire screen still, but... that just gives you more to work with. Okay.
Oh! I forgot about squids.
Well,
That's why you get shields. It's to take 1 damage. Not freak out.
now
I got
you can
another
only get a
expedition.
miss. No, you can't get a missile, sadly.
I'm out of missile opportunity.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Take out the cannons and ceiling, or you're gonna have trouble. Okay, we're good.
There, everything died. I'm the greatest.
Alright, just shoot him in the jaw.
Okay. Where's
Just so
the
you-
jaw on this thing?
On the nose, then.
Okay.
Just so you can stay
It's amazing
as
that you said
far-
shoot him in the jaw, and I'm looking at it like, it does not have one.
It's
All
only a
snout.
Shoot him in the lower snout.
Wow. Oh, some more seizure
Holy shit.
controls.
That was a very nice dodge, man.
Yes, that worked out okay. Okay. Have to stay high. Now I-
Actually, you're safer staying low. Like, you should still dodge down. Because if you try to dodge up, you'll just catch one of those blood bullets as they fly, as they arc over you.
Yes!
Oh, very nice.
Fuck off! More blasting. Bye-bye.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect! Dectilon, you're coaching.
Yeah,
Holy fuck!
seems to be working. So
Nice.
before you save,
Yes.
play the next level because
Right.
it's just a power-up level.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Raven,
But
live shot,
yeah, it's
Thank
like you're
you, cancel button. Did I get like a medal? Did a medal show up in that screen?
yes. The thing perfect works is every time you beat a level without dying, you get perfect, and the more times you get in a row, the higher your rank becomes.
points,
And when your rank maxes out, you get 20,000 points every time. I think you get that after 4 or so.
extra shit,
And every 40,000 points, you get an extra life. So if you can beat if you can beat the early levels perfectly, you can get a lot of extra lives.
Cool.
It's kind of a good idea,
That's
actually,
smart,
because
yeah.
it lets you save later when you get good at the early levels. It's a pretty good system.
Ha! Collect.
Yep.
new extra shit,
Turwall. Should
Yes,
play Turrican
Turwall.
sometime.
It's a combination of a turbine and a narwhal. It's a very large spinning space whale.
But we're used to those.
Alright, I'm saving.
Yes.
That's the proper thing to do.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, nowadays, I drop my first save right before the middle of the map there.
You monster!
Well, it's like, once you get used to Cyclades, the other levels are pretty easy.
Good.
Now,
I
the
need to
upper
take-
path is harder.
Yeah. So we'll be taking the lower path?
It's up to you, man.
Alright. I need to take a break. We'll think this over, and we'll extract vengeance on one of these paths in a moment.